Hey guys, what's up? It's Sexy Saturdays and I'm Misty Eyez with Queens of the Week. Alright, this week we are talking about beauty pageants once again. Last week we talked about beauty pageants and the new girls who bring 27 people to help them get ready, and then of course booking them after they've won when they cannot do their own hair and makeup. This week in pageants we are going a little more advanced, and we are talking about trans girls. Should trans girls be allowed to compete in beauty pageants alongside regular drag queens? And then she also put, Ivory Towers also put, what about RuPaul's Drag Race? Alright, now let's go into the detail of what a trans person is so we can all be on the same page. First of all, transgender is someone who believes they are a woman in their brain. They are a woman born in the wrong body, and it's all in their brain. For example, Caitlyn Jenner, when she was Bruce Jenner in 1976 when she won the Olympics, she was transgender in her brain. She's always been a female. Now, some transgender women become transsexuals. Transsexuals are people that physically modify their bodies, meaning silicone, hormones, getting your lips, your hips, your ass, your breast implants. If you physically alter your body from being one gender to being the opposite gender, that is a transsexual. Some transsexuals are transgendered. Some transgendered are non-op transgender, meaning they've never had a surgery, but they're still trans women, living as women, but no lips, no cheeks, no hips, no ass, just a woman, completely non-op. Okay, now that being said, in the pageant world, there's a lot of girls out there that start off just as drag queens, and then they become transsexual for competitive purposes. For example, I'm really good friends with two beautiful transsexuals here in South Florida, Erica Norell and Champagne Bordeaux. And they have both told me on separate occasions they do not feel that they were men trapped or women trapped in a man's body. Instead, they were gay men who now live as women because they have, what did Erica say? She said she kept modifying and getting her body parts tweaked and altered for pageantry, and then one day she woke up and she was a woman. She was like, oh my God. You know, and a lot of girls that are not transgender do beauty pageants and they get the physical enhancements. They'll get their lips done, they'll get their cheeks done, they'll maybe smooth out their whatevers, get their hips done, get their asses done, and they have no intention to ever live as women, but then before they wake up they're like, oh crap, I'm a woman. Now, that being said, back to RuPaul's Drag Race. There has been some transsexuals on RuPaul's Drag Race. For example, Chad Michaels has his face surgically altered to look like a woman's. Venus Delight physically altered her face to look like Madonna or a woman. Detox, and I'm just doing the girls that have publicly stated their silicone or their body work. Detox has done her face, her tits, her ass, her hips to look like a woman, all before RuPaul's Drag Race. Then there's some girls like Sharon Needles who after RuPaul's Drag Race do their cheeks and chin and lips. And then of course there's girls that were on hormones to become trans women before the show, like Jiggly Caliente. And I don't know if the other girls are public about that, but I think Jiggly's public about being trans before she was on RuPaul's Drag Race. She told me that she did hormone shots and said they were her diabetes medication. But anyways, yes, RuPaul's Drag Race has had trans women on the show, but they have, I guess, stopped the line at breast implants. No titty queens on the show. Now, as far as beauty pageants are concerned, do I feel that trans women should be able to compete against regular male drag queens? And my answer is 100% yes. For example, there's the Miss America system, which is all boy, meaning you cannot have anything from the neck down, hormone, silicone, no hips, no ass, no tits, nothing. But then there's girls like Rachel Eriks, whose woman, all from here up, I mean, her face is pumped out of her mind. Woman. So she's going all the way here, but still am able to compete in the American system. But the American system is for all boy, meaning if you are a drag queen and you do not want to compete against trannies, do not leave the America system. But there are other systems that definitely allow male-born entertainers, whether you are breast implant or not. Like, for example, the continental system. Most of the girls that have won that are trans, because they worship the feminine figure, they worship the body, they worship the lady in grace. And that's important for the trans system, like continental. And very rarely, in the skinny system at least, in the regular continental, has a non-trans person won continental. The elite and plus, they have definitely had regular drag queens win both on numerous occasions. But the regular skinny girls, you gotta be like goddess to even be considered. But yes, absolutely. If you are doing something, silicone, cheeks, lips, forehead, chin, whatever, breast, pectorals or whatever, for the competitive edge, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, oh, you can't compete anymore, you've gone too far. Well, what's the too far line? I don't know. But yes, I absolutely do feel that trans women should be allowed to compete with beauty pageants. Otherwise, we would not have that many goddess trans women out there. But absolutely, I definitely feel that trans women should 100% be allowed to compete in the beauty pageants out there for male-born beauty pageants. But I also think trans women should be allowed to compete in female-born beauty pageants as well, as long as they are full-time women, not, you know, a drag queen. I think it would be silly for a drag queen to enter a Miss America real girl pageant and then not have tits. But yes, I've been to many T-girl parties or T-girl events and trans support groups, and I've performed and helped raise money for many events for trans women. And you can usually tell the girls that started off on stage and didn't. The on-stage girls always have their lips done and their cheeks done. And usually have their hips and ass done too. Some trans women, most trans women that have never been on stage, they just have breasts and Botox and things like that. But you can definitely tell the faces of, you know, extreme super femme or perfection, like Nicki Minaj type bodies, who she also has a trans body. She before was all like, had a boy body. And I'm not saying she's trans, but I'm saying she's pumped, boob job, hips and ass are done. Done. Just Google search Nicki Minaj before and after and you'll see for yourself. It's quite shocking the way she looked before she got done. But yeah, I believe if you're going to open a show and say male-born entertainers, but I do think that you should be able to draw the line if you want. But a question I will propose would be, should sex changes be allowed to compete in drag pageantry? I was at a pageant once and I saw a girl fully flash her vag. And I was like, whoa. Granted, everyone in the audience knew she used to be a man, but that could bring up the, is that a real woman or a trans woman or what kind of woman? I don't know. I'm torn on my opinion on whether sex change, post-op trans women should be allowed in pageants. But as long as you still got your tool, I definitely think that they should be allowed to compete, no matter what else you've had done. It's just a competitive edge. And so therefore, you need to step up your game. And again, I'm going to say, if you really don't want to compete against other trans women, the America system is for you. That way, look, no trans women allowed. All men. And that's okay too. There's something for everybody. But it's kind of like saying, but it's funny to me, because to me, asking if a trans woman should be allowed to compete in drag pageants is kind of like saying, should a light-skinned black woman compete for Miss Black America? She's not black enough? She's black? Or she's got a penis? I don't know. It is very confusing, I understand. And my opinions are probably not the opinions of my other queens of the week. But those are definitely my opinions. Loving you, CC.